Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Rimworld Beta 18 with our custom vampire run. So, you guys should be in bed right now, surely. Hang on. I thought It's 8 hours. Oh no, it's the anything goes section. Fair enough. So you shouldn't have a debuff from being awake at night, is that right? Yeah, looks like it. Alright, fair enough. Thought they were just awake at a different time, to be honest. So, between episodes, I've messed around with the priorities a little bit. Kind of specialised in a way, but making sure everybody's doing the job. So, the four skills that I wanted to make sure that were getting done by one person and one person only specifically. Cooking, construction, crafting, and hauling. So, I've made sure that, for the most part, we've got somebody doing that as a #1 priority. So Townsend is our #1 cook, Sammy is our #1 constructor, Vitali is our #1 crafter, although he will go mining over crafting, but we're not going to be really setting any mining orders right now, so it shouldn't make too much of a difference. And then hauling as well. Yet again, wardening and plant cutting go over the hauling job for AJ, but we don't really have any of those jobs to do right now. So, and hauling kind of goes hand in hand with plant cutting in a sense, because you can order them to chop down the wood, and then as soon as they're done with that job, they'll immediately go to haul it. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. So I think the task that we want to achieve today is to finish off all of our bedrooms at the very least. I think that is a minimum requirement as far as today's episode's concerned. Then I probably want to refactor this room to essentially flip the size of the rooms around. So we want to make this room here our kitchen area, so cooking stove and stuff like that for all of the meat that we're getting. We also do kind of want to set up a supplemental growing zone as well, because we did say that as long as we had ourselves meat, then we can supplement it with vegetables. So I think with that in mind, we'll probably just go with the rice, because it grows the fastest and has a pretty much a higher quality output, I think. So we'll go with that. Townsend's also our main hunter, despite the fact that we have Sammy as a better shot. And the reason for that is because Sammy's actually just our constructor, and I didn't really want to take him away from that job choice. Jesus, Townsend. So while Townsend is aimlessly firing, it also gives him a chance to actually improve his shooting skills somewhat, which is apparently a problem for him. We've got a finish off order there. Let's get that done. Somebody should go do that pretty soon. Okay. How's our raw meat coming along? We've got 100 left, so we are going to need to butcher Brexios at some point. And, the question is when we're going to do that. So, what I'll do, I think we want to have... Well, we only wanted this as a temporary solution, to be honest. So, I'm actually going to get sandstone and build out of that. Just wondering how big we want the kitchen to be. I think this is a decent room size for a kitchen slash dining area. So if we had a door going in there, we'll be deconstructing this wall here, and then this will be the fridge essentially. So it's kind of centralized around the entire fridge stockpile. And then we want, in production, we want butchering tables, less important than the cooking stove, so we'll put it on this side. And then we want an electric stove pointing that way as well. That way that the cook is going in and out like so, as easily as possible. And we could, actually, if I went structure like that, we could designate this area to be purely meat. And then it'll fill the rest of the stockpile up. And therefore, if anyone's butchering, they've got easy access as well. That seems like a fine plan. Eventually, we're going to have ourselves a battery room as well. But we'll figure that out as time goes on. So everybody's going to sleep in here. I'm not quite sure. Ooh, we got a local rat has gone mad. Alright, well. we'll wait until everybody gets up, because there's really no reason to wake everybody up and get a debuff for interrupted sleep just yet. Although now, problem solved. Alright, that's why Sammy is our best shot right there. So that's one room finished. Really good to see. Also want to chop that down and haul these out. Doesn't need to be done urgently, honestly. Nice to be seen, done soon though. Nice shot, Townsend. That's keeping the meat going. That's what we really want. Jesus. The sound of that revolver is insane. I kind of really am annoyed that Sammy's chosen to build in the order that he has. Because he's built in the bedroom area with the bed that we're deconstructing, and then the bedroom next is going to be the one that we haven't even finished constructing yet. Which is, let me just zoom out so it's not as loud. Damn, he's loud. Ooh. There's some deer there. We'll hunt those instead of stationary boars and rabbits and things like that, just because you get more yield out of it. But honestly, I think the amount that he's hunting right now is actually going to be fine, so I'm just going to cancel that order. Not so interested, actually. Jesus, dude, just get up close. I have to do it myself. Look how easy it is when you go up close, Townsend. Oh dear. Let's get that hauled urgently. The haul urgently order is up here as well, so if I ever select that, for the most part, everybody should jump to action to go grab whatever I need, which is really good. Okay. Apparently AJ is on construction. That's interesting. It's fine. And you might as well. It does mean that the hauling's been done. Maybe want to think about getting him to do something different then. We've got the wood to do that. We've got the steel to do that. There's also a deconstruction order there. It seems as though also this is going to be a drop on floor order for the time being. Just for efficiency, since we've already got orders here to build all of that stuff out of sandstone. Might as well. It's only going to get moved here anyway, so not an issue. Right, now that that wall's been done, we can also make orders to make fine meals, and we want to do that until we have... We got 4 people, so let's say until we've got 8. And then we'll unpause at 2. I think that'll be fine. We want to change the cooking skill, I think, so that Vitali never does it, even if he could. 7 cooking skill. Hang on. What is the cooking requirement? 6. Okay. So we're going to say don't do it unless you're 7, and we'll adjust that as our main cook gets better. We're going to butcher creature, we're going to do forever. We're going to make sure to add everyone's corpses. We're going to be recycling our own colonists here. We will be consuming them to gain their powers. So why not? That's the plan at least. Alright, we've almost got a few more of the bedrooms done. In fact, we've got 197 sandstone blocks, so that should be more than enough to finish off these rooms, which is really nice to see. There is going to have to be an order to chop down all of the trees in here, though. And haul these 2 here as well. Not urgently, not that important. And honestly, I can forbid this. We got the power going. We only actually set this order because of the lack of batteries, but Alpha Beavers have entered the location. Alright, well, hunt. Get on it. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. I'm getting lost. But it's something that should probably get done at some point. And we've got 1 room finished. So this is going to be Sammy's room because he's the only one who hasn't gone to bed yet. That's your new room now, which means we can get rid of that. And as soon as we've got rid of all of these sleeping spots, likelihood is that I'm going to deconstruct this wall and then officially make this a fridge. Can I reinstall this at a location where there's power lines? Not quite. Ooh, Sammy's going to walk faster. That's interesting. That works for me. Okay. It's not terribly important though, I will say, but you know. We didn't really check the area for resources, but it seems as though I've actually been quite lucky on some of these. There's a big vein of steel here, plenty of components, and even components just completely engulfing this one here as well. And so much steel here, so even without any thought into where I was placing my stuff other than, of course, the rich soil area, seems as though we've got a nice area where we don't have to maneuver too much to get the resources we need for anything. Right now, we're not actually terribly in need of any steel anyway. We do have already 420. And I think we've pretty much put most of the steel into this wind turbine as it stands as well. So that's pretty good. We should have a metric ton of wood at some point as well before the episode ends, just because of the amount of trees we'll be chopping down, but that'll mean that we've got plenty to make sure that these beds are a quality that we desire, which is essentially normal or better, because honestly, having anything less than that is just not worth it for us, especially if we've got the quality builder up. We might as well make use of the mod for that, which is a really good mod that I love. You know what? Yeah, we're just about to finish off that wall there, which does mean that for the most part, these are going to be switched over. So, the next person to move over, let's say, is Townsend. Boop. And then get rid of that one. And we got one block left on that before we can get somebody in there, and it looks like Sammy's already on the job. We got a normal quality bed there. It's a shame we couldn't do a little bit better, but there you go. This one's actually going to be ready to go, so that's going to be Vitali's room. Get rid of that, and then the last one is going to be AJ's. We can't set that just yet because Sammy hasn't finished it, but I'm sure eventually he will. We're going to need a new stockpile zone as well. That is something to think about, as well as a research bench. So, if we're going to production, let's get ourselves a simple research bench. We are being raided for the first time. Okay, I'm going to put the research bench there. Group of pirates have arrived, and it is just our usual one guy with a knife. He is not a cannibal, so if he survives, we are going to eat him. If he dies, we are going to eat him. Ooh, there's some packaged survival meals there. I'm going to get those to haul urgently, just because there probably were more, and we've missed out on the opportunity to take them all in full. I'm just going to set up our guys like so. Vitali doesn't have a weapon, so he's going to have whatever knife this guy drops. In fact, there was a shiv there we could have made use of. Alright, here he comes. He's not really going to make it. I want to get a finish off order and undraft you. Vitali, can you... Ah, melee skill 6 required. Interesting. Finish him off. And Vitali, go pick up his knife. Should have people doing growing. Oh, Sammy's our grower. I see. Yeah, I'm going to get Vitali actually bumped up to #1 growing. So he's going to finish off all of this before he goes back to crafting. But we've got 137 sandstone, and we actually don't need any of it. Plenty of wood to get the double bed going. So if we want to make an order to start deconstructing some stuff. So we want to, first and foremost, probably add in another cooler. Ooh, I've immediately spotted an issue. There we go. We actually had to remove some of our power lines to get that wind turbine in there, which is not good. I'm going to make an order to make another cooler. And the reason for that is because I'm pretty sure as soon as I deconstruct this wall, one cooler will not freeze this entire room. So we're going to get that sorted first before I deconstruct this wall, because I really can't allow any of our meat to freeze over. That would suck. Especially our human meat. We can't be having that. What did you just eat? Oh. He has a wake-up addiction. Interesting. He's high on wake-up. Well, would you look at that? You better finish that off then if you're really high. There we go. Alright, next one we're going to order to deconstruct that. AJ. We're not going to make that order just yet. We're going to work on this bed so that AJ can actually sleep in his own room. And poor quality. Work on that again. Keep going. I'm going to force him to do it until it's finished. Ooh, failed again. Keep going. Come on. He wants to do the research bench real bad. But he keeps failing this over and over again, and I don't know why. The beds are typically really easy to make decent quality. And he is just failing time after time. What is your construction? 8 with a burning passion. It's not like the best current skill, but I mean, come on. 8 is pretty good. There we go, superior. So this is now going to be AJ's room, which means we can now officially turn this into a fridge. We're going to need to move our stockpile zone elsewhere, which means we're going to have an indoor area. So as far as indoor areas go, probably just going to have it somewhere around here. And let's have it like 14 by... Yeah, why not? 14 by 29. Because reasons. And we can actually have doors that surround this entire stockpile and surround it with production rooms. And it just makes for easy access no matter what we're building. So if we get ourselves, first and foremost, a door there. Oh, it's just not right for a center room. Alright, well, we're going one wider because I'm weird. I want it centered like that. Doors on all the sides. Let's get one there and there as well. And we can access this stockpile really easily now, no matter where we need to go in our base. We should have a quick entrance to it. Temperature-wise, it's going to be hard to maintain, but I really don't honestly care about maintaining the temperature in there. It's not going to make a big difference unless we're putting foodstuffs in there, which, in theory, we should never have to do. So, I'm assuming Townsend is working on those alpha beavers. I would hope so, because they seem to have absolutely murdered the wildlife over there. There just are no trees anymore. That is crazy. As long as there's trees over here, though, I really, honestly don't care. They'll spread eventually. As long as... Actually, you know what? They won't spread, I'm pretty sure, if there are no trees left in this area here, and I'm not sure if they'll spread over the dirt path, so there's a good chance that they might actually wipe out trees in that entire area, which would be hilarious, not gonna lie. So, what do we want to do for research? We want to get towards gun turrets. We didn't do this fast enough last time, I think. We didn't even get to gun turrets before we were murdered. But Randy was a bit of an annoyance. He wasn't very fair on us. So it looks like we're going to go smithing. As far as research is concerned, it is actually very low on the priorities list. I kind of want to get this stockpile done first before we focus on that. That being said... That being said, other than AJ and Sammy, we want one of these two doing the research, I think. So let's bump down your hauling and cleaning, bump up your research, get the crafting to now have a do until you have order, and make not the same mistake as before. Have it take to best stockpile. And you know what? We'll have temporarily, because we are going to move this eventually, temporarily this is going to be the stockpile you take it to. So clear all, and it's going to take, let's see, manufactured? No. Raw resources. Yes. Stone blocks. Okay. We want a dumping stockpile out here in case we end up actually ordering that kind of thing, and it's going to take chunks and nothing else. That's going to allow us to essentially haul lots of stuff, which will be grand. Because I do think we have, yeah, we've made some orders for slate chunks to be moved, but we've not ever put any places for them, so let's get that sorted. So I think it's probably best that we actually toggle the power on one of these coolers for the time being. We probably want to get ourselves this wind turbine going and then fill the room with lights. But for now, I don't think that's terribly important. I kind of want this focused on. That do until we have order, though. I do need to have that set. We're going to have it set to 250. Do until you have 250. Now he's going to do that pretty much until all of the stone chunks get hauled to the right location, which that needs doing. Also, as a temporary measure, this stockpile needs increasing, but it will eventually be this area here. And we want to haul that, not urgently, but eventually. So I do believe we'll have enough stone blocks to finish off this area as well. And that's pretty much going to be the end of the episode, I think. We've, for the most part, gotten everything we wanted to do. We've finished off our bedrooms. We've kind of set up our fridge. It's ready to go. Just as soon as we have the stockpile, we'll delete this wall, move everything into here, and then this will become 100% fridge area. So we'll have specific stockpiles in the fridge as well. So like all of this area will be purely for meat. This will be for anything goes. We'll have a small area here for meals, so anybody in this area will be able to just go straight in and out. And we're going to have to set up ourselves a production room as well, because I want to get a dining table in here so we're not just eating off the floor, because that is currently a debuff that we're dealing with right now, and we really don't need to. So, honestly, we've kind of... We've done a weird thing by putting these wind turbines here. Kind of because we have this area here we can't block off. And I'm probably going to put one up here as well. So the likelihood is that our production rooms is probably just going to go here. Which is what we wanted it to do, actually. Because we did want to have them surrounding this area and then have like specialised corners for specific stockpiles of specific goods. So it's a little bit more organised. And everything's just that more efficient. Anyway, we're going to cut it off here, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. Ooh, hello. You are not a cannibal, so we have to get rid of you. You're also incapable of 9,000 different things, so I'm going to reject the crap out of you. Goodbye. Yes, if you've enjoyed anyway, be sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that little bell icon right next to the subscription button, and that'll give you notifications when I release new videos. I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.